Hi, you're watching UseWise. I'm Adriana Baranek, and here with me is Martin Baranek, our CTO. So today we will be talking about the fantastic value that public cloud can provide to your company. Usually when we talk about office productivity, we tend to concentrate on Google Sheets or Excel at Microsoft Office 365. And those are fantastic tools, but today we'll be talking about amazing value that you also get within G Suite package regarding the management of your devices in the company. This is often overlooked, and companies that are coming from the old world, that are coming from the on-premise environment, tend to think that those things have to be very complicated and that they are very complex, because indeed in the previous way of handling things before the public cloud, it used to be very complex. So can you tell us more about what G Suite, for instance, can do for your devices in the company?
So today, most users spend their time using mobile devices or using applications that are delivered through web browsers. And Google Chrome is one of the most popular browsers, and it is kind of a vehicle to deliver modern user experience and modern applications. So, of course, there are still some on-prem or legacy or older applications that can run only on Windows specific versions and stuff like that. But most applications today are delivered through mobile platforms and web browsers. So devices running mobile operating systems and devices running web browsers can be managed in many different ways. Of course, there is also an issue of logging in, so user authentication, how that can be done. And good news is that Windows 10 basically supports public cloud authorization. So you can use Azure Active Directory to log in and to have single sign-on experience even for web applications and for mobile applications as well. And Google provides, of course, identity management and single sign-on experience. But this year it will also enable functionality of identity management that will allow you to log in into Windows 10 with the same credentials you are using for G Suite, using multi-factor authentication and all the bells and whistles that comes with that. Additionally, in order to manage devices, people used to have special tools that were designed like add-ons on Active Directory, where you would be able to better manage group policies, prevent users from using harmful applications, or limit access to specific data for some group of users. So good news is that Chrome also comes in Enterprise Edition, and it is possible to manage applications delivered through Chrome browser from your G Suite account. So you can have whitelisted applications, you can blacklist applications, you can configure how your browser will look, what functionalities will be enabled, whether users will be able to allow some things, capture screen or stuff like that, use cameras, mics, or store files locally, and many more things. And this year it will also support management of underlying operating systems like Windows 10. So not only that you will be able to manage settings of your user's Chrome browser, you'll be able to manage Windows 10 as well through the Cloud Console and same APIs that I use to manage Chrome browser. So that is really exciting. And yeah, of course, G Suite comes coupled with mobile device management that comes in different flavors, but in essence, it enables you to enroll devices, authorize access to enterprise data, and install and manage applications on mobile devices as well. So suddenly, without investing in infrastructure, additional tools and stuff like that, if you are using G Suite, you'll be able to manage both mobile devices and desktops and notebooks. So that's really very nice.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And Microsoft also has the Microsoft 365 offering. But one thing that differs Microsoft 365 from G Suite is the price. The price is much steeper. And although Microsoft 365 is an amazing, you have something to add?
Yes, so with Microsoft, they are currently transitioning to many of technologies that were developed by Google. So they will leverage Chromium, which is public domain
as well.
Software to build their own Edge browser, and somehow regarding mobile devices, they will also focus more on Android. So I expect that Microsoft will also streamline management of PCs, mobile devices, and browsers. But at the moment, it's kind of a lot of different tools, and it doesn't really come packaged. So even if you have Office 365, you have to use additional tools like Intune and various other stuff to somehow build a whole management package. So in Office 365 world, it's a little bit more complex. Good news is they are moving toward internet standards, and soon I expect that both G Suite and Office 365 will be using similar technologies, and you'll be able to manage both with same or similar tools.
They have come from different worlds, and it's normal that there are still some differences. So basically, managing your devices from the cloud is becoming easier and easier. Google has already enabled lots of that stuff within G Suite. And if you still have not found a way how to manage your devices easily, how to adapt to the new world, we strongly suggest you look into it. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, so many companies still invest in on-prem infrastructure, and they are trying to maintain their old applications. So it is possible to move most of the applications to public cloud, use modern Office suites like G Suite and Office 365, and then have one management platform that can actually manage even those legacy applications. So from that perspective, it is much better to invest in some patchwork to be able to manage legacy applications, but move everything to public cloud than to continue investing in on-prem infrastructure and tools needed for management, because they are becoming more and more complex since public cloud is developing very fast.
And we know what companies are going through. So if you are still on premise, it's not too late. Just find some good advisors, find somebody that really understands public cloud. Do not work with companies that have vested interest in keeping you on premise and in telling you some horror stories about the public cloud which are not based in reality. find somebody like us, not necessarily us, but find somebody like us. We are consultants. We are all certified for the public cloud. We do not have any interest in keeping you on premise, but we know what it means to be on premise and how serious your job is, how dependent you might still be on your legacy applications, and that's all fine. There is a way forward, and there is a way to have the coexistence between the old world and the new world. And we would really like to help you. The topic is really huge, but we will have to cut it short. And if you have some more questions, please get back to us. Thank you, Mladen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.